Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. Unfortunately, we're getting reports of an Indian Air Force transport aircraft having crash landed in Jorhat in Assam. Please share your first observations regarding this incident, because we have the visuals coming in. Initial reports are yet to be confirmed regarding this entire incident as to how this crash occurred.
Oh yes, the visuals are very disturbing. They are showing that the aircraft has impacted the runway or ground at a very high angle. The impact was so severe that the wing of the aircraft has broken away from the main plane, main fuselage. Uh, the visuals also show that low clouds are hanging around the place. So in all probability, we can only guess right now. In all probability, what has happened that the aircraft was trying to make a landing attempt during low cloud circumstances. Jorhat is in Assam, and entire Assam is engulfed by low clouds in this monsoon seasons. Jorhat does have an instrument landing system, but in this instrument landing system, the pilot has to take over control at final moments. As he is descending on instruments with the help of instrument landing system, he has to finally make contact with ground at terminal time as he is descending through 300 feet, 200 feet, 100 feet. And by this time, he has to pick up the runway visually. It appears that probably the pilot picked up the runway very late visually, or maybe by the time he corrected, gave the final touches, the aircraft touched down or impacted with the ground. Uh, this type of accidents are very rare in AN-32. There is a pilot, there is a co-pilot. Most important is in this season, only highly trained aircrew are allowed to fly in this type of weather. Invariably, the captain of this aircraft will be rated as, we use the terminology, master green. So this type of weather, since very highly experienced crew are launched, pilot, co-pilot, so the probability of any mishap should be least. But Air Force is yet to release any details. We will slowly come to know as to what happened, how it happened. Yes.
Absolutely, Group Captain Devnath. I also want to understand from your perspective, like you mentioned, the Jorhat airport, also the airbase where this has occurred, will be a special kind of airbase. If you can describe how is it difficult to land over there, what circumstances prevail right now?
Yes, Jorhat is positioned in northeastern corner of Assam. This is a very important strategic airbase for Indian Air Force, especially for transport and helicopter fleet. In case of normal peacetime, they carry out aid to army. See, army, some of the posts are very in, especially in Arunachal Pradesh. They are located in far-flung areas. Near McMahon line, that is LSC, line of actual control, some of the posts are where army or ITBP, Indo-Tibet Border Police is deployed. There is no access through road. So Air Force carries out dropping of necessary, say, medicines, food and weapon supplies, ammunition through these aircraft. In Indian Air Force, we are using AN-32 as a workhorse, and it has given a yeoman service to Indian Air Force. This aircraft started getting inducted into Air Force in 1984, and since then it has proved that it is a very highly reliable aircraft. Somewhere around 1995, 2000, 2005, the entire fleet was has undergone what is called mid-life upgrade. Russians were called, HAL specialists were called, and they changed all the critical components of this aircraft, thereby giving it life extension. After which Russians and HAL engineers declared the aircraft totally fit for flying for another 10 years. Indian Air Force is trying to replace this aircraft with C-295, which we have started manufacturing in Gujarat. First C-295 uh, has been handed over to Indian Air Force for operations. Very soon, we'll be replacing these AN-32s with C-295. But that will take some time because the production facilities at Gujarat can produce about 10 aircraft per year. Total 40 aircraft C-295 will be inducted in the initial phase. That will take 3 to 4 years. So we can look forward to an horizon where we have to continue to use AN-32, which is a highly reliable aircraft, for another 5 to 10 years. Yes.
Group Captain Devnath, I also want to understand when we are getting those visuals, obviously there was a fire because we can see large fumes of smoke that were coming out just right behind the hangar when we get that first video. Apart from that, the belly of the aircraft seems to have been gutted in that fire. I want to understand, because the entire aircraft, the fuselage that is there, it seems to be, off the runway. Could there have been a chance that the aircraft may have veered off the runway and then this incident could have happened, or did this happen mid-air?
All indications are there that the pilot had no problem till while he was flying. That means as he was coming in for landing, he must have been, in all probability, on instrument landing system. That is, he can't see in front because of clouds, but instruments guide him where to land. And there is no indication till now that there was a fire on board this aircraft before before landing. All systems were operating, it appears. The aircraft has a very good flight data recorder, and the pilots are trained. In case there is any fire, say, while it is coming in for landing, they quickly transmit it to the traffic control, to the ATC, that fire, aircraft landing immediately due to fire. So there was no such transmission made to the air traffic controller. It appears that the aircraft impacted the ground, maybe on runway, maybe on the soft part where we call it runway shoulders. In all Air Force stations, it is a standard procedure that the runway is about 150 feet wide, the concrete portion, but left and right of runway, another 200 feet is cleared. It is soft ground, normal earth, but it is cleared of any vegetable growth. There are no bushes. It is cleared of any stones, pebbles, and every year road rollers are moved over that soft ground. So left of the runway, right of the runway, we call it runway shoulder, about 200 feet on each side. Aircraft, if due to some reason lands there, it can still, the pilot can still pull through. In this incident, definitely due to certain reason, the aircraft has impacted with a very high vertical velocity with the ground or runway, because as per the Russian manual, the pilot's manual, the aircraft, this type of a structural breakdown where the wing breaks away from the main fuselage needs anything, in pilot's terminology, anything beyond 10 to 15 G. So it appears that the aircraft landed due to very high vertical rate of descent and impacted with ground. The reason for that will come out only after subsequent investigations. Yes.
Absolutely. And Group Captain, finally, before I let you go, I want to understand, this is a transport aircraft that we're talking about. Usually, what's the capacity, if we look at it, if we talk in terms of personnel and if we talk in terms of cargo?
Yes, definitely. AN-32 is workhorse of Indian Air Force. We use the word medium tactical airlift aircraft. In case of a tactical contingency, like we have to move warlike stores from, say, Central India or South India to area of operations, as we did during Galwan. During Galwan contingency, from all over India, especially from South India, Central India, say Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nagpur, a large number of army units had to be moved to Leh, along with their manpower and their warlike stores like guns, ammunition. Now, this aircraft can typically carry 14 ton to 18 ton of load, and if required, it can also carry 40 passengers or up to 35 paratroopers. So say in case of war, we have to drop paratroopers or commandos behind enemy lines. It can do it even during day, even during night, wherein these 30 or 35 paracommandos can be dropped behind the enemy lines. So the aircraft is a very tactically very flexible. Russians are using it all over the world. More than 10 or 12 air forces are still using this aircraft. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Group Captain Devnath, for your valuable perspective on this issue. Also joining us on the broadcast is Group Captain MJ Augustine Vinod, who's a defense expert. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. We are getting reports of Indian Air Force transport aircraft crash landing in Jorhat in Assam. I wanted to get your first observations regarding this, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just adding to what Group Captain Devnath said about the capabilities of the aeroplane. He has adequately explained. What is important for us to understand is in all the landing accidents that I've seen, and I've seen many of AN-32, people have walked away from the crash because the aeroplane is built like a tank. So I also hope in this case the same thing is applicable. One. Two, I'm hearing from my sources engine trouble was the issue. Coupled with wet runway as well as the bad weather. So whatever is the reason, I hope it is like every other time in which AN-32 landing people have walked away, and in this case too, I hope people walked away. We will come to know in a short while. Over to you.
So I also quickly, if you can, let us know when we look at those visuals first. What do you see of it? Was it a landing failure that could have occurred or something?
Good question. See, when you throw a stone at water, bachpan mein humne sab khela hoga, isn't it? So the stone kind of skips on the water. That's called hydrodynamic lift. So when an aeroplane lands, we also suffer something called an aquaplaning or a hydroplane. When will it occur? How will it occur? On which will it occur? These things cannot be predicted. That is the danger one lives with. And in this case too, as I'm looking at the videos and photos, could bad weather and the aquaplaning could be one of the reasons is something the question that I'm asking myself. Coupled with an engine trouble, now what happens is 2 plus 2 becomes 5, not 4. These aeroplanes are slightly of an older generation, but built like a tank, like I said. People have walked away, and a lot of my friends have walked away from this. So I hope that is the case too in this case, in here. And it, like I said, like Group Captain Devnath said, it is a workhorse.
Yes.
It maintains the complete forward area post from, Walon to Alini, Anini, Mechuka, and all those small posts, Zero, and all these places I have been. Therefore, I know how difficult it is for our Jawans to sustain there, and it is because of AN-32 they are able to sustain there.
All right. Thank you so much, Group Captain Vinod, for your valuable perspective on this issue. With that, viewers, we are slipping into a short commercial. We'll be right back.